Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll learn how we can interface RGB LEDs with Arduino. So let's get started. There are two types of RGB. The first one is common cathode and the second type is common anode. What does it mean? You can see the RGB LEDs have four terminals and one terminal is R, that is red, G for green and B for blue, and the another terminal, it's common terminal. So this common terminal, if the RGB is common cathode, that means this common terminal we need to ground it and we need to put power for this red, green and blue. The alternate is true for this common anode. That means we need to provide positive supply at the common terminal for common anode and provide grounding for this R, G and B terminal. So this is the basic difference of common cathode and common anode. Now the voltage we provide, that is the value we provide for red, green and blue, it will combine themselves and make a color from RGB values. What I mean, let me show you from a website. So this is a website from Adobe. The link is color.adobe.com/create/color wheel. From this page, let me explain what is the different values of R, G and B can create. So let's say if you want to create red color, you need to put the maximum value for R channel and put the other two terminal as 0. So it will create a red color. You can see that 255 of red and other null values of green and blue create red color. If you want to create green color, just put the value of green channel to 255 and other two channel 0, it will create the green color. If you want to create blue color, just put the blue channel value to maximum and put the other two channel to 0 values. Now what will happen if we mix different ratio of this channel? Let's say I have kept the red channel to 0 and put green and blue to some values close to 181 and 170. It will create a greenish color. Okay, so now if we increment the red, you see the color changes to another color. So this is how with different combination of red, green and blue we can create different colors. Okay, so let's see how we can use these formulas or use these values for creating any color in our OQE and RGB LED. So let's come to OQE. Here let me keep it aside. From the take new part, look for RGB LED. Bring in an RGB LED. When you click on this RGB LED, you can go for both mode, like you can make it a common anode or common cathode. Let's say I'm making it common cathode. That means I will have to supply ground to this common terminal. Now we need power supply and we need ground pin. Let's see. If we go down, we have in the power section VCC. Also you can search here GND, that is the ground. So just for demonstration purpose, let's create a red color. That means I want to supply only the red terminal channel and I want to ground the common cathode terminal. Okay, now if we run, let's see, the color generated from this RGB LED is red. If we do the same from green channel, let's say connect to green, you can see the color would be green. Now if we create blue color, if we want to create blue color, just connect it to blue and it will create blue. So this is a confirmation that we can use RGB LED to create different color. Now let's connect this RGB LED to Arduino and create some amazing color project. To work with Arduino and RGB LED, we need to understand some concepts related to analog output. That is, we want to introduce some new functions of Arduino in this project. Let us see the syntax for analog write, and we'll come back again at the circuit. So this is the slide from previous lecture. From this slide, we already learned the pin mode, digital write and delay. In this lecture, we'll learn the command related to analog write. So when we want to use Arduino PWM feature, we can use analog write command. PWM is actually used for creating analog output, which is equivalent to PWM output, and PWM starts for pulse width modulation. I'm skipping the technical parts, and just remember, using the PWM pins we can create analog output, and we can use analog write for those PWM pins. So when we are using analog write, we need to use this syntax. First of all, write the analog write command, then you need to assign the pin number. The pin number could be any pin that we learned before that should be included in the PWM pin. It should have a sinusoidal sign in front of them, and then we need to put a comma and put any value from 0 to 255. So 0 will give 0 voltage, and 255 is the maximum value. It will give 5 voltage at the output. So this is how we can use analog write command, and this is the syntax for that. Now let's jump into the program and see how we can use this command of analog write to create different colors with RGB LED. Alright, we have come again into Cube platform. Now we'll do the wiring first, and then we'll program the circuit for RGB LED programming. As previous, for each LED we used resistor in series, so for that reason we'll bring in a resistor. We'll put some value close to 220 ohm. You can rotate the LED. Let's make some space here. Okay, let me copy this. We'll use 3 resistor. So the red one comes here, the green one comes here, and so on. And the common terminal, as this is a common cathode type RGB we have taken, so that's why the common terminal will go to ground. Let's connect the red terminal to 9, the green terminal to 10, and the blue terminal to 11. So that's all for the hardware connection. We have taken an RGB LED, converted it to common cathode, connected the common terminal to ground, and other red terminal to 9, green terminal to 10, and blue terminal to 11. So we'll do the programming accordingly. Let's write the program for configuration. Pin mode, 9 is our output. So this 9, 10 and 11 is our output. That's all for configuration. Now let's put some color here. We want to use analog write. From here you can see analog write is in the list. The syntax for analog write, we need to put the 9 value first, and then we need to put some values like 255 is the maximum value. Let us add some comments. So this is red, this is green, this is blue, and the red pin is 10, blue pin is 11. Okay, so now if we want to see red color only, we need to put these values to 0. And if we run this program now, you can see the color generated from Arduino is red. In the similar manner, we can do the other combinations also. So let us once again go to RGB color wheel for Adobe. Let's say we want to create yellow color from RGB. So for that reason, red and green would be 255, 255, and blue will be 0. So let's do that. We'll put 255 for red and green, and we'll leave the blue as 0. So now if we run this code, you can see the resultant color from RGB is yellow. Let's try on another color. If we put the red channel to 0 and green and blue to 255, it will give a color like this. Put this 0 and this to 255. Now let's run again. You can see the color is this color we are getting from RGB. So this is how we can generate different RGB colors using RGB LEDs. I'm giving you guys the opportunity to explore this website, create any color you want, and use this code to generate that color. So that's all for this video. In upcoming video, we'll see some more exciting projects with Arduino. So thank you.